Now that we've kind of gone over the keys to victory, we're gonna go over our score predictions. And Caleb, since you're the guest of the show, we're gonna start with you, my friend.
Oh, goodness. I think either way, I don't think this game will be like 22 in the slightest. I don't think it'll be a shootout. I don't think any team will break 30. I don't know what the over-under set at, but I'd probably take the under. Right now, on
55.
Monday,
Yep.
55.
Uh,
Yeah, I'd probably go under there.
55.5.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm leaning 20. I'll go 21. I'll go 21-17 Tennessee. I think the home environment will help. I think the defense will have to carry Tennessee. And I mean, truthfully, you just keep handing the ball to Dylan Sampson and see what happens there. So, yeah, I'll lean Tennessee in this one. I think the home bump will definitely help. If this was played on a neutral site or in Tuscaloosa, that might be a little different. But I think Neyland Stadium will give them a bump here, and that defense will continue to be what it's been this year.
And we go to you, Jeffrey, for your score prediction of the Alabama-Tennessee game.
I've gone back and forth in this game like no other. There's been a few games this year. Every year there's a few games, probably like 3 or 4. And I'm not even talking about just Alabama. I'm talking about all teams where I'm like, I can't pick on the game. And I cannot pick this game, in my mind without what I pick. I still believe the other team could win. And I know that happens with a lot of games. I get games wrong all the time. But when I usually make a prediction, I'm at least confident in it. I'm not confident here at all. This is a 50-50 game. Alabama's favored by 2.5, but it should just be a pick. It literally should just be a pick because, like Caleb said, if it was at Alabama, even though they almost just lost to South Carolina, if it was at Alabama, I'd pick Alabama in a heartbeat. I probably would, despite what they've been doing. It's like, well, it is Bryant-Denny, Tennessee, going into Bryant-Denny. It's just tough, and you would think the focus is going to be there. But it's the fact that this is Kalen DeBoer's first true road SEC test, and the fact that this team, outside of the first half against Georgia and probably the Wisconsin game, has played terribly. Even against South Florida, they played bad until the fourth. So, there's just been a lot of issues for Alabama game in and game out. And I feel like, again, it's all about effort and not making mistakes, mental mistakes. Can they do that? I don't trust Alabama to do that for the first time in 15 years. I just do not trust them to do that. Because, obviously, when they played at Tennessee 2 years ago, I picked Alabama. I believed Hooker and them had a shot, but I picked Alabama. But now things are different now. This is not the same Alabama team. I think Alabama overall is maybe slightly a better team than Tennessee overall as a team. But the way that they're playing right now, I would say Tennessee looks a little bit better. I really would. And it's on the road. I don't want to do it as an Alabama fan, but I'm actually going to go with Tennessee to beat Alabama 24-21. I don't trust Bama right now. They're not playing well enough. They can win. They can win because if they have the effort they showed against Georgia in the first half, they'll beat them. They'll beat Tennessee, but it's at Neyland. Alabama's been rocky right now, and Rocky Top might get the best of them.
Well, Johnny, we go to you next for your prediction.
Well, I'm going the opposite. I think it's going to be a shootout because I think both defenses stink, especially Alabama. And so I'm going like a couple of years ago. I do think Alabama has 2 or 3 better players on offense, and so I'm on lean with Alabama in like a 49-42 shootout. I don't trust either team.
There we go. Well, I'm going to go opposite of you, Johnny. It's set. Even though I've got Alabama
You going
winning.
7-7? You going 10-7?
Nope. I don't think it's going to be like a Wake Forest Boston College game, but this game is going to be a toss-up. Neither team, like if nobody was a fan of Alabama Tennessee you look at this game, you're thinking to yourself, I can't trust either of these schools to get the job done. I can't trust the Vols to get it done. I can't trust the Crimson Tide to get it done. That's not good. And honestly, I kind of just flipped the coin because, Jeffrey, you made the point that Alabama is slightly better than Tennessee in this one. And, that road environment in Knoxville, it's tenacious. It is scary in Neyland Stadium. But with that being said, I really think the Alabama Crimson Tide can get it done. I think it's going to be a game-winning touchdown by Ryan Williams as Alabama wins 28-24. I feel like there's going to be a Heisman moment from Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams is fantastic.
Well,
I mean, he's an elite player. I love watching him play. Jeremiah Smith, obviously, people are saying he's a better overall receiver because he's built like a tank, whereas Ryan Williams is a small guy. But still, like Ryan Williams is insane. That guy produces more eye-dropping plays than anybody I've ever seen at the age of that player. I mean, he is unreal.
Well, they better find more ways to get the ball to him than this.
But that's the thing, like Johnny said, you got to get the ball to him. If you can't, then Caleb's right. Like if you get to Milroe, it won't matter what Ryan Williams is dancing around downfield. It's not going to matter.
No. Did y'all know Ryan Williams is 17?
Yeah, he's 17. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to be 18 in February.
He's a young guy.
He's not at drinking age yet. I mean, our buddy Jeffrey is 3 months away from that. That's like if you tune in to After Dark, that's like the running gag that he's underage, but he's really not. All right. But the IT guys asking, how did they go playing like they did against Georgia? What we saw the past 2 weeks.
A hangover and effort.
Yep. Breakaway 34 says Bama was hot in the first half of the Georgia game, but the second half,
seeds of doubt. You got to find yourself. They'll find themselves. They better find it soon. I'm running out of time.
Hey, I wanted as the first time coming on Alabama Crimson Tide Live. I wanted to pick the Crimson Tide. You know, maybe I'll have an opportunity to do that eventually, you know, but I had to go with Tennessee. I don't know, man. When I'm 50-50 and can't decide, I just tend to sometimes lean home crowd, the home team. I mean, it backfires sometimes, but last week I got a couple of them right. I went with Oregon. I was 50-50 Oregon, Ohio State. Went with Oregon. I got that one right. Now, Penn State, USC. USC let me down on that one. USC had that game. They gave it away. But then also LSU, Ole Miss. I ended up going LSU, home crowd. LSU got it done. So, home team, they typically in 50-50 games win more often than not, but not always.
Oh, yeah.